AITA for hiding our sperm donor from a lesbian couple. This actually happened a few years ago, but recently just ended after being kicked out from a friend group. I'm currently a 35F married to my wife, coming up 6 years. So end of 2022, early 2023, my wife and I decided to take the next step and start planning for a baby. We not well off, although we own our house, but in my country it's cost a lot to go through a fertility clinic and the waiting list is 3+ years. So we decided to do the home method, cup and syringe method. It's exactly what you think, haha. Don't worry, we bought sterile cup and syringe, all one-time use. Fast forward after a few meetups with our chosen sperm donor, but we call him Gravy Daddy for the LOLs, decided we like him as a person. He flies to our house, do the deed a few times, cup and syringe method obviously, because this girl was ovulating, so had to make sure we pumped him dry before leaving, haha. You and I think about it. Fast forward, tada, I'm pregnant after the first attempt. We hide it for a good 4 to 5 months until we decided to start to tell our friends that I'm pregnant. There is a lesbian couple who is also trying to plan for a baby, but at that time, they didn't want to know to father, so they went through fertility clinic and been on the waiting list for 2.5 years at that time. Few months pass, and I'm nearly due. They asked if we wanted to go out for lunch. Of course we say yes, because this pregnant hippo loves food. After 30 minutes of catching up and food almost done, they dropped the question, something along the lines of, you know, we've been on the waiting list for 3 years now, and we can't wait. We desperate to start a family like you. We were wondering if it's weird to ask you if we can use your sperm donor. Honestly, I was a bit taken aback by this and had no words. Lucky my awesome wife ended up saying something. Look, we'll have to think about it, and we'll definitely talk to the sperm donor as well. So after a week talking between ourselves and with the Gravy Daddy, my wife caught up with one of them at work and said that sperm donor didn't want to donate to another family. So what we thought would be the end of it turned into a few friends messaging saying we should hand over the contact info to the couple so they can talk to the sperm donor themselves, and that they deserve a shot at making a family as well. I ended up messaging them to fuck off and leave us alone, and we will never give them the donor's info. Hormones, I'll tell ya. Anyways, I give birth, and as of today my ray of sunshine that test every patience I have, but love him to bits, nearly 2 years old. The couple messaged us to say they also found someone and now pregnant. Obviously we are happy for them and reply with congrats etc. They didn't reply back. But hour later a post goes up on Facebook with us tagged right at the end saying how we slowed down their family plans for not allowing access to our sperm donor a few years ago etc. So now we getting private messages from their family and friends calling us all sorts of names. Before we even had a chance to comment on their post, blocked. How are we dealing with it now? Blocked and deleted everyone who messaged us, didn't even reply. Funny thing is, one of the couples unblocked us, and we quickly blocked them. So, AITA for not sharing our sperm donor? Update 1. Just to clarify some of the common questions. I'm actually from New Zealand where rules are stricter than most countries. When going through fertility clinics here, you can choose a few pathways. 1. Public system, public funded, but certain criteria applies and other factors, but there's a long wait time. This takes years. 2. Private funded, you pay for everything, but speeds up the process. Oh, and the Gravy Daddy is gay, and he has met our son and wants to be known as an uncle only. Update 2. A few messages for updates, literally nothing to update. But I did get a private message which I think it'll be cool for those nosy people out there. How did we find our sperm donor? Not long after NZ came out of our final COVID lockdown, we went to a pub and made friends with a group of people next to us, and ended up meeting up with that group of people that night for some drinks. Ended up talking about wanting to start a family and saving money to go through fertility clinic. A few of them knew a gay guy who was thinking about donating to a clinic, and they ended up messaging that guy the following day. I honestly forgot about it until they texted and said he would like to make contact with us knowing we were a lesbian couple. We talked for a good month and ended asking if he was happy to meet up a few times to really have a feel for each other. We flew to him a couple times and decided he was our guy, beaming face with smiling eyes.